Welcome to Family Matters. One of the most controversial laws passed in the past decade was the anti-smacking law. When Prime Minister Helen Clark championed Green Party MP Sue Bradford's anti-smacking bill through Parliament in 2007, she said that the law was about trying to stop the appalling toll of death and injury for children in homes in our country. Well, it's a concern that we all share. John Key, who was opposition leader at the time, was more cautious.
If I can see compelling evidence that this legislation is not working and I am Prime Minister of New Zealand, then I will work to change it. If the law isn't working and I'm Prime Minister, I'm going to change it.
But the law was introduced contrary to the sales pitch of the politicians.
I do not support a ban on smacking. I'm opposed to that because I think it's defying human nature.
Almost 9 years on, we've just released a report entitled Defying Human Nature, an analysis of New Zealand's 2007 anti-smacking law. This report examines the social indicators relating to child abuse affecting our children and families in the years leading up to the ban on smacking and then since the law was passed. And it asks, has there been any improvement? Have the warnings about the law targeting the wrong parents been proved right? Is it time for politicians to respond to the concerns of law-abiding parents? The research results are disturbing, but not surprising. There is not a single social indicator relating to the abuse and welfare of children that has shown significant or sustained improvement since the passing of the law. And in fact, they've continued to get worse, in some cases a lot worse. To prove the point, let's look at this summary of the stats. Since the law was passed in 2007, police stats show there has been a 136% increase in physical abuse, 43% increase in sexual abuse, 45% increase in neglect or ill treatment of children, and 71 child abuse deaths. Child, Youth and Family have had more than 1 million notifications of abuse, and there has been a 42% increase in physical abuse found by CIF since the law was passed. The overwhelming proportion of abuse is emotional abuse. And health data reveals a 132% increase in children diagnosed with emotional and/or behavioural problems, and a 71% increase in children hospitalised with mental and behavioural disorders since 2007. The fact that so many social indicators around the welfare of children continue to worsen proves that we're simply not tackling the real causes of child abuse. It also proves that the law has been completely ineffective in terms of tackling the problem it was supposed to confront. There's also evidence that the law is doing more harm than good by targeting good parents doing their very best to raise great kids. Well, New Zealanders predicted all of this before the law was passed. But their concerns were ignored. The politicians and anti-smacking lobby groups linked good parents who smack their children with child abusers. It's a notion roundly rejected by Kiwis. The anti-smacking law assumes that previous generations disciplined their children in a manner that was so harmful that they should now be considered criminals. This report calls on the government to amend the law and identifies the real solutions to tackling child abuse. It's been sent to every politician and to the media, but we would encourage you to read the report and see the evidence for yourself. It's on our website, familyfirst.nz, under Research. Thanks for watching. I'm Bob McCoskrie.